What is up, our beautiful Mabsters? The Mrs. Mabster is here to greet us. She decided to grace our presence with herself. How you guys?
Yes. I've had a long day though. So,
I had a long day too, and I had 3.5 hours sleep. I woke up and my thigh was locked up, cramping. I couldn't walk, couldn't stand. I'm like screaming, pulling myself across the floor to try to get to the Tums so I could get some relief. I think I probably ate like 30 of them. Finally, it stopped. I know, potassium, blah, 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 everything. So I made it out of that. Hey, Pat, what's up? How are y'all doing tonight? I finished up my wood projects, and now I have all the room I need for landscaping materials. Why am I so up close and you're like far? Are you standing behind your chair?
yeah, I'm trying to get chat on your phone.
Oh, you want me to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Maybe see if I can do it.
Right. Jim, what's up? Wanda. Okay, so, you know, I've been picking up clues. My brain kind of works like this. Hey, One Feather, what's up? My brain takes one like. My brain kind of works like this. Hey, One Feather, what's up? My brain takes one like. Okay, so you get
Sorry.
the volumes
I
down.
got
So
it.
the chat. What's up, Wilson? Um, so my
Okay.
brain takes in like I know she's very beautiful. So my brain takes in
Thank
1,000
you.
data points and kind of stores them randomly everywhere. But when a pattern appears, I catch on to it very quickly. And I also don't assume that, oh, it's day 40 and they must have nothing. We're screwed. We have nothing. They don't have anything. Nobody knows what's going on. That is farthest thing from the truth. We have no idea what's going on. They could have, they could know exactly who did it and why, but they're just building the case so that a jury of their peers will convict them. And it's not going to be easy because Nanos, kind of screwed the case up in the beginning. So it's going to take a lot to get your case and your ducks in a row so that you can prosecute successfully this case when it comes to trial. Mrs. Mab is a dental hygienist. That's why she has Colgate teeth. Give them a smile up close. Look at those teeth. Good Lord. Um, we don't know what they got, but I'm not assuming they got nothing. That's just ridiculous. And people are like, "Oh, Tomato and Andy, they've been cleared, even though they still have a car, which does not happen unless it has some evidentiary value. They would have got it back to her within a couple of weeks if, like, Luke got his Range Rover back already. So why is Annie's car still? Uh, Latest I heard was that it was in repair, in the process of being returned. But it's day 40, and to my knowledge, allegedly, it hasn't been returned yet. So that's something. And then I saw this little clip about Nancy talking to some dude at some event that they knew each other, or they're talking about their younger years, high school, I guess. And that was interesting because I caught something in it that may have merit. So Let me share that real quick. All right, here we go. It's a short one. Boogie, what's up?
The band and choir, I went on all the band trips, and when I was in band camp, but it was fun.
Band camp.
I was kind of a loser, undermotivated. I'm serious. I ditched a lot of class to go to.
Really?
Sounds like
She was a loser. Ditched a lot of class.
me.
Some days I was goth when I borrowed my sister's clothes, and then other days I was just.
See,
Some days I was goth, but I had to borrow my sister's clothes to be goth because Annie was already goth at that point. And that's young, right? So she's been goth for a long time. And goth in my day was kind of like, sticky, icky hair with the mohawk and maybe some white face and some red lipstick and black leathers or whatever. But apparently goth these days is a little more intense, especially in the places that I've been seeing in some of these venues with these DJ mojitos and mutilators and stuff.
The band and choir, I went on all the band trips, and when I was in band camp, but it was fun.
band camp.
I was kind of a loser, undermotivated. I'm serious. I ditched a lot of class to go to.
Really?
Sounds like me.
Some days I was goth when I borrowed my sister's clothes, and then other days I was just.
See, she said this is for all you like Tommaso theorists out there. She says, no, I really wasn't gothic, but when I wanted to be, I borrowed my sister's clothing. So they've been tying in this this
The band and choir.
Okay, that's a clip. I clipped that. So that's something to store in your little memory banks. When Savannah wanted to be goth, she borrowed Annie's clothes to be goth because she was apparently already goth, according to this. Now, back at the beginning, we have Nanos. I don't know which interview this is, but we're going to play it and see if it's the right one.
We're just not going to give up hope. We hope she's out there somewhere.
So you still believe this is an active rescue mission at this point?
We hope so.
I know you've been in contact with Savannah, who we know is in Tucson. What is your message to her and the Guthrie family and all the viewers who care so much about Savannah?
We're not going to give up. We'll get this.
That's P.
I don't understand how he talks. He just seems really like he's got his panties in a bunch or something. You know what I'm saying? He can't just like.
Is that Nanos?
Yeah, this is Sheriff.
Wow.
I mean, just listen to the way he talks.
I know, I did. I was like, what is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We're just not going to give up hope. We hope she's out there somewhere.
So you still believe this is an active rescue mission at this point?
We hope so.
I know you've been in contact with Savannah, who we know is in Tucson. What is your message to her and the Guthrie family and all the viewers who care so much about Savannah?
We're not going to give up. We'll get this.
That's Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos being emotional about.
Deception Detective. Do you have your Deception Detective deck? You can buy one at Deception Detective. He's got 206,000 subscribers. He's an attorney who's trained to spot lies. Yeah, Rangoon. Sounds like he's always about ready to bust down in tears.
about Nancy Guthrie. It's derailing his investigation, and it's getting worse. This bombshell report from the New York Times contains his most concerning statements to date, and in today's video, we'll break it down. But first, I just want to quickly say, I don't think Sheriff Nanos is necessarily corrupt or even a bad person. His sympathy for the family is probably sincere and probably comes from a good place, but that
What's up, Adam?
doesn't make it any less misguided or detrimental to the investigation. And just in case you're new here and haven't seen my earlier videos in my Nancy Guthrie series, or that doesn't make sense, don't worry, I'll explain in a minute. For now, let's just get straight into this article. And yes, it's behind a paywall, so I'm only going to be reading the parts that are relevant to our analysis of Sheriff Nanos. Here we go. Online accusations in Guthrie abduction leave one family scared numb. A fifth grade teacher and his principal wife hid in their bedroom as dozens of people who believed he might be a kidnapper appeared on their suburban street.
I think we're talking about one of the band members.
That was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. One of the band members, Mr. Smith or some shit. Hold on.
Dominic Evans, a 48-year-old.
Mr. Evans. He's a 48-year-old elementary school teacher, just like Tommaso's a school teacher, plays drums in a band with one of the Guthrie's sons-in-law, Tommaso. Okay.
Elementary school teacher plays drums in a band with one of Miss Guthrie's sons-in-law. For some people, that, coupled with Mr. Evans' 1999 arrest for drunkenly swiping a calculator and watch while out at a bar, was enough. He became their prime suspect. It doesn't matter that Mr. Evans spoke to investigators 2 weeks ago for roughly 40 minutes and hasn't heard from them since. On social media, there are people who are sure the ski mask man on Miss Guthrie's doorstep in the early hours of February 1st was Mr. Evans.
Now, we can't really tell who that guy is because all we see is his eyeballs and they're blurred out by the white light. He's got a tattoo on his wrist. That's about it. I mean, I don't know. But this Mr. Evans, okay, so if Mr. Evans is a band member with Mr. Tommaso Cioni, that means he played at all the venues where Secret Mutilator, David Colella, DJ Mojito was the DJ, a lot of the same venues, a lot of recent activity up in, including 2022 and maybe even after that, not sure. So he's in the circle of life, as Mufasa would say. So it's not outside the realm of possibility that he knows, Kayla. No, not. It's Mr. Evans. I don't think his name is Dominic. Hold on, maybe I'm wrong.
It's in the eyes, they say. I feel like someone's taken my name, Mr. Evans said, but for what reasons? I don't know. Monetary, clickbait, to be relevant, entertainment, but there are innocent people that get hurt. Sheriff Chris Nanos of Pima County, Arizona, who is leading the investigation with the FBI, said in an interview that he was frustrated by many of the accusations. He said he did not.
Can't be Derek, because Derek's last name's Kalila. I don't think the perp will do this again. Unless it's just some rando. I don't think it's a rando. I think this was purposeful. And I think it was to punish people and send messages to other people. That's just one of my theories I'm most heavily leaning on at the moment. But the people who actually did it may have been given a bullshit story about what they were supposed to do and why. And, it might have been a couple of people who were supposed to be deceased or in prison that are really out and about, and they're calling the shots. And some levels down from that, these fetish people get involved. I don't know. It's all speculation. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. This channel's about speculation. Mrs. Ma'am speculates. I speculate. Circumstantial evidence. chat speculates, so none of this is being stated as fact or slandering anyone or anything like that.
I want to publicly rule out anyone beyond Miss Guthrie's relatives and their spouses whom he cleared last week. He's going through hell and it's horrible, Sheriff Nanos said, and I don't know what to
Hold on. Did you just say cleared the family again?
Cleared last week. He's going through hell and it's horrible, Sheriff Nanos. It hurt. Sheriff Chris Nanos.
Sheriff Nanos has been leading the investigation with the FBI. Said in an interview he was frustrated by many accusations. He said he did not want to publicly rule out Ms. Guthrie's relatives and their spouses, whom he cleared last week. But he said he felt for Mr. Evans. Why does the sheriff feel for all of the potential suspects? He's just supposed to take a set of facts and follow it. He's not supposed to be emotionally invested in all of this shit and being a crybaby. He's damn near, well, I don't know how old he is, but he's older than I am, I'm pretty sure. And by this time, he should be a hard ass, but apparently he's not.
Of Pima County, Arizona, who is leading the investigation with the FBI, said in an interview that he was frustrated by many of the accusations. He said he did not want to publicly rule out anyone beyond Miss Guthrie's relatives and their spouses, whom he cleared last week. He's going through hell and it's horrible, Sheriff Nanos said, and I don't know what to tell him except he probably should be speaking with some attorneys and sue some of these people for libel. I wish I could jump out and defend every single one of them that's been falsely accused.
How do you know they're falsely accused if you don't know who did it? How can you possibly say that? There's been a robbery on our road. Somebody got robbed last night, and it was one of the residents because the roads were blocked off everywhere by the police. So somebody in the neighborhood did it. But I'm ruling out this side of the street because I feel for them. But the other side of the street, I have suspects. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
He added, first of all, it's not Sheriff Nanos' job to defend the accused. And until we know exactly what happened to Miss Guthrie, it's impossible to say any of them have been falsely accused. But beyond that, both Sheriff Nanos and the author of this article seem to have forgotten that it was the authorities who asked for the public's help in identifying the kidnapper.
Yeah, they asked for our help. They asked for YouTubers' help. They asked for public help. They asked for this. They asked for that. And then they kick everybody out and say, we're causing damage to the case and all this other bullshit.
Whether or not Mr. Evans is the person in that footage is something I couldn't say for sure. I don't know who that person is, and I don't know anything about Mr. Evans' alibi. What I do know is, based on the facts the public were given, he's a pretty good suspect. He's close enough to the family that he would have known about Savannah's wealth. He's a local, and he has a criminal record. Whether or not his eyes match the eyes in the footage is a matter of opinion, and the public shouldn't be punished for speculating about it when that's exactly what they were asked to do in this series. All right, let's keep going. Mr. Evans connect family if he turned out to be wrong, or maybe he just wants to be right, as I pointed out in my last video in this series. All right, let's keep going. Mr. Evans' connection to the Guthrie family began in 2007 when he joined a rock band called Early Black with Tommaso Cioni. At some point, Mr. Cioni, the bassist, mentioned that he was married to the older sister of Savannah Guthrie.
You say bassist?
Bassist.
Is that a fisherman or is that a musical instrument player? A bassist. I think it's called bassist.
I think it's bass.
Guthrie,
but it probably depends where you're from.
No, it's bass. He plays the bass. He's a bassist.
Today Show host. Mr. Evans said he met Nancy Guthrie only once in 2011 when he brought his oldest son to hunt for Easter eggs at her home. Mr. Evans recalls vividly what he was doing when he learned that something had happened to her. It was the night of February 1st, and he and his wife were putting their two younger sons to bed in separate rooms, each lying with one son until he fell asleep. As Mr. Evans scrolled through Instagram from her son's bed, she saw that Miss Guthrie had been reported missing. She texted her husband in the other room, and he responded with disbelief. Mr. Evans sent a message to Mr. Cioni telling him that he was there to support him. But within days, the storm of accusations came for them both. In the first days after Miss Guthrie was abducted, online suspicion turned to Mr. Cioni in large part because of a podcast host who had claimed that he was a suspect. Then people zeroed in on Mr. Evans, noting a conviction for drunken driving and the 1999 bar incident, for which he served a year and a half on probation. He graduated from the University of Arizona a few years later and has been teaching ever since. So what do we have? Well, we don't have Mr. Evans telling us about his alibi. I would have expected him to prioritize that instead of prioritizing telling us how surprised he was about Miss Guthrie's abduction. And no, it doesn't come up later in the article. So based on what I've seen, at least, I definitely would not stake my reputation on saying that this guy's definitely not involved.
Yeah, if I was accused of something, I'd go on the news and say, the bass is the one who catches bass, right, Jim? Top water lures, particularly the ones with little propellers on them, I've had the best luck with. So I just lost my thought because of Jim. Yeah. Oh, if I was accused of a crime like that and everybody was like talking about it, I'd go on just like Luke did and say, y'all are barking up the wrong tree. I didn't do shit. This is what I was doing. Go ask so and so.
Way Sheriff Nanos has. Whether he's aware of it or not, that makes objectively analyzing any evidence that might suggest the contrary, that maybe they're involved somehow, virtually impossible. That's just how cognitive dissonance works. So the fact that Mr. Evans didn't take this opportunity to protest his innocence and tell us about his alibi actually makes me more suspicious of him. And I didn't even start off that way. And this next part doesn't help. Read along with me and see if you can figure out why. On February 10, the day that investigators released footage from Miss Guthrie's doorbell camera, people began to speculate whether the man pictured wearing a mask and carrying a pistol was Mr. Evans, posting side-by-side images of the two and analyzing their eyes, brows, and lashes. Mr. Evans and his wife arrived home later that day and noticed more cars than usual in a nearby park. Mr. Evans remembers seeing young people sitting in the back of a truck as if their home were a macabre attraction. The couple told their oldest son, a teenager, not to come home, and they felt they could not retrieve their youngest sons from their grandmother's house because some of the cars remained on their street until the early morning. It was all night looking through the window, trying not to let any light out of our home, said,
"What are you scared of? You didn't do anything, right?"
Miss Evans, 39, a principal in a neighboring school district. She said she had been scared numb by it all. In recent days, the accusatory onslaught against Mr. Evans has eased and he's been able to go back to teaching. But the lasting effects are clear. The other day, Mr. Evans worried that a man was following him at a department store. Miss Evans can't help pulling out her phone and searching her husband's name. She wants to know in advance if people might mob their neighborhood. To be clear, if Mr. Evans is innocent, that's terrible. And whether he's innocent or not, I don't encourage anyone in my audience to track him down or try to harass him. But apparently his friend, Mr. Cioni, doesn't feel the same way, because my first thought when I read this article was that Mr. Cioni would definitely at least make one statement on his friend's behalf, even if he wouldn't make any statements publicly.
That's weird too. Tommaso hasn't said a damn thing to anybody publicly since this happened. Savannah has, the brother has, Annie has, Tommaso zip.
Well, maybe their attorneys advised him not to say anything. I don't know.
It just leads to more suspicion, you know.
In order to find his mother-in-law. But no, this article is posted on the 25th, and so far I haven't seen a single statement from Mr. Cioni clearing his friend or asking people not to harass him. Indeed, I haven't seen any statement at all, not from him or Annie, which if you've seen my other videos in this series, you'll know I find suspicious. Come to think of it, the only person I see publicly defending all of them is Sheriff Nanos. The exact reason why, again, is unclear to me. Maybe it's shame, compassion, sympathy, empathy. Either way, no matter what it is, it's definitely not the facts. There just aren't enough. If you want to see me break down the facts that we do have from the beginning, check the end card for my...
Yeah. So that's the Decepting Detective's take on Evans. Now, this is the Deception Detective looking at part of the interview. Of course, he didn't look at the parts where he lied his ass off twice. It's what? I'll put it on fast play. Let's see if we can.
We can't see it.
I don't see the resemblance. I hate this share screen. Okay, I'm going to figure out a way to do this by tomorrow.
It looking like me, but absolutely not. I have nothing to do with this case.
Nothing to do with it. Do you have any idea who is involved in the abduction?
I don't. If I did, I would happily tell FBI, please, anything.
In today's video, let's break down this interview with Luke Daly, a suspect in the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping case, and what it reveals. I'm deception detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. Is the abductor, is the person seen in that surveillance footage from Nancy Guthrie's home, or believe that he's involved in the case? And it wasn't just Luke who was detained that night, his name posted everywhere now for weeks. It was also his mom's. It was a dual SWAT operation back on the night of February 13th, while Luke Daly...
Why do they have to have a tarp covering the back of that Range Rover? That's what I want to know. What was in there where they had to have a tarp? Deborah! Yeah. I don't know why they have to have a tarp covering up the back of that Range Rover. That really gets me wondering.
Daly was detained outside Culver's with his Range Rover searched and towed away. His mom, Mary Chapman Daly, was detained at their home not far from Nancy Guthrie's while agents searched inside.
And they didn't have to spend $150,000 worth of manpower to go talk to two people that are pretty much harmless. You need 2 or 3 deputies to do that. You don't need the whole damn SWAT and 400 cops, cars, and all that garbage. What was that about? Nothing happens in a vacuum, so everything has meaning.
Both Luke Daly and Mary tell me they weren't given a lot of answers as to why they were being investigated while sitting in the...
Anybody that has a search warrant sees the search, they have to give them a copy of it. It says what they're searching for. I believe it even has an affidavit along with it that explains the search warrant. So they're saying they don't know anything about it, they didn't tell us anything, they just grabbed us, beat our asses, threw us in the back of the car, and then kicked us out and tore up the house and didn't say anything. It just...
in the back of police cars for hours. For Luke, despite getting released that same night and telling me he has gotten his Range Rover back, many online still believe he matches the physical description of the abductor on that surveillance video and suspect he may be involved in her disappearance. He says he is not, but he says mystery still lies in what evidence led detectives to Luke at all.
So
what the hell is he doing driving a Range Rover with no job? He's a no house, walking the dog, mother trucker, living there with his mama at, how old is he, 37 or some shit? I don't know how old he is, but damn. Grow up, dude.
So that's the rundown. Luke Daly and his mother were both detained by the FBI and sheriff's office. They had their phone searched, house searched, car searched, but they still haven't been connected to the crime. They haven't been ruled out either. So let's watch this interview together, do some statement analysis, and make up our own minds.
Many people have believed that you are the person on the surveillance video, the abductor, the masked person. Is that you?
It's not.
Notice the ears. I'm going to show you a video in a second of a guy who looks very similar to this guy. But I think they're different people.
Not me. I don't see the resemblance of it looking like me, but absolutely not. I have nothing to do with this case.
Nothing to do with it. Do you have any idea who is involved in the abduction?
I don't. If I did, I would happily tell FBI, please, anything. I mean, I, like everyone else, just want Nancy to come home and be safe. But that being said, I have nothing to do with this case. And
it's funny how I didn't put the part in here that said, what about Kayla? What do you know about her? I barely even know her. I've been off drugs for 2 years, even though I got arrested less than a year ago with Kayla with guns and rugs. Come on, man. You're getting away with lying like some bitch. I have it sped up.
and that's it.
Full disclosure, this is my 10th video about this case, and ever since the first one, I've said this is probably an inside job. So going into this interview, I'm thinking Luke at most is an accomplice if he's involved at all. But the fact that he proactively came forward to clear his name and directly denied being the person in the ski mask are objective points in his favor, especially in comparison to other people who are widely suspected online, like Savannah Guthrie's sister Annie and her husband Tommaso Cioni. Neither one of them has come forward to deny being involved, which doesn't mean they're guilty, but it's also not a point in their favor. And that's not the only guilt, it's a card in my deception deck. My 52 favorite rules for spotting lies and manipulation. So when Luke said he doesn't trust the FBI and was worried that they were going to frame him, that counterintuitively was yet another point in his favor. And the same logic is why it's a point against Annie and Tommaso, who are going through the same thing as Luke, but don't seem to have any complaints at all, as I pointed out in a previous video. According to the New York Post, the DNA found in Nancy's house can't be analyzed for a year now because the sheriff sent it to Florida instead of simply turning it over to the FBI. In other words, that simple decision might have cost the Guthrie family any chance they had at finding Nancy alive.
Why would it take a year just because they sent it to another lab first? Yes, May 2025. That lab thing is garbage. That's not true.
Guilty people, as far as we've seen on the channel, never do. See if you can spot it.
This is your first interview since you've been detained. What's your hope in putting your voice out there now that people will get from this interview?
I mean, for my personal interest, I would just say just not to go off speculation of everything you hear on the internet and kind of like the hive mind mentality that someone says something and then they just go off of it based on no evidence, no truth.
All right, I've got enough of you. I want to get to this one. Okay, it's the right one. We share the screen. It's kind of the backstage view of the interview where we see him with his ripped up jeans, but he has his flannel and everything way down past his wrists, so you can't see if there's any tattoos or not.
With Luke Daly yesterday, we're asking questions about what he was wearing, what he looked like, the way he walked in, kind of like his overall demeanor. And with the clips we posted yesterday, the full interview, you could only see about right here, right? Because that's where the camera was framed on both of us. But we did shoot behind the scenes clips of when Luke came into the interview room with his attorney. We were getting him mic'd up with the microphone, and there was a little bit of interaction there. You can see more of him as he walks in, what he's wearing, and that interaction as he sat down. So I want to play that for you again.
Remember, it's hot in Tucson. It's not coat weather.
And I want to preface this with Luke Daly was detained and released. He is not facing any charges in the Nancy Guthrie investigation. And he did the interview because he wants to clear his name. We do have that kind of behind the scenes peel back with some footage. So I want to share that with you. You can kind of watch what happened behind the scenes right before that interview took place.
Hey, Luke. How you doing?
Thank you so much. I get up, I'm just all mic'd in. We're going to get you all mic'd up right there.
Hold on, before you sit down.
He wants.
That way it makes it easy for you.
He wants to be here, right? Yeah.
And a pop over collar for me, man.
Look at those. Look how far down his wrists. I'm pointing with my hand, but look how far down his wrists that shirt goes. That's abnormal.
Maybe he's a smaller guy and it's
Not a smaller guy.
sleeves are too long.
200 plus guy. Got my size. No, he's got a vest, a tie, a long sleeve flannel, and it's like 80 degrees out. Who dresses like that in hot weather? They're not trying to hide something.
You better make it easier for me.
The best is ideal for the mic.
I'm just going to clip this on right here for you. And you butt it back up and have a seat.
Or he buttons it back up. Dang.
Chris, sorry. I know it's not ideal in the corner. Sorry, I know that we don't have an extra chair.
No.
You are all good.
Look up real quickly.
That's bizarre. I mean, the interviewer isn't
Just a couple. Appreciate it.
And when we do it, you'll just look at me, just your head chat. It's just a second.
For sure.
Everything all buttoned up here.
She must have ran it off.
Here we go. Just
Yeah, I'll take it from.
Oh, no.
Okay.
his pants. He's got those jeans that are like, you buy them like that?
I can't see them. I can't tell what they look like.
Those kind of pants that are like ripped to shreds.
Yeah, I paid good money for those ripped jeans.
He's just showing me like when you pull up his name online. You know, it's like,
Sure, yeah, and I'm gonna 100%. Yep.
Okay, you good, Glenn? All right. This is Claptrap, excuse me.
Cool. Good? Good? Okay. Luke, you're just gonna look at me. Easy question first. I'm gonna have you say and spell your first and last name for me, just for the record.
Hi, guys. A lot of people who watched my sit-down...
All right, buddy, watch this.
Hi, guys. A lot of people who watched my sit-down interview with Luke Daly yesterday were asking questions about what he was wearing, what he looked like, the way he walked in, kind of like his overall demeanor. And with the clips we posted yesterday...
Okay, so that's that. I swore I had heard. Now, this is the guy I'm interested in right here. There's a very good reason for that. You'll notice that this guy, you know how Luke's ears are kind of in the head shape, or about the same? Small ears, big old head.
His ears were bigger than that.
Yeah, this is a little bit kind of washed out a little bit.
That's funny. This guy looks just like one of the patients I saw this week.
Uh-oh. You probably had the perp in your chair.
Oh, gosh, that's so weird.
So watch this guy very carefully. I'm going to have to slow this down because it's very
Well,
important.
play it for us regular speed the
Play a
first
normal first.
Digitally enhanced photo. See if anyone could recognize them. Keep looking at it. Okay, you can see here, I think it's the flashlight in his mouth. He pulls it out.
He goes to take a flashlight out right as he turns around and he puts it in his backpack. Watch.
And he puts it in the backpack.
See that? He had a bite light in his mouth. And the backpack he's shoving over that fence is cram packed full of shit, just like the other guy's was. Porch guy.
You see that?
Right there.
We don't know that he had something in his mouth.
I saw him pull it out. I'm going to show you.
You can't tell.
Yes,
I
you
don't
can.
think you can tell.
You think you can't tell, but watch. Watch his hand reach into his mouth, pull up the flashlight.
He pulls it out.
Watch his hand in his mouth.
And he puts it in the backpack.
Took something out of his mouth and he put it in the bag.
You see that right there?
Nah, I don't see it.
You gotta be quick.
I think it's a
He could have just been
flashlight
itching
in his
himself.
mouth. He pulls it out.
Goes to reach for it right there. If he's just scratching his nose or something, his hand would be coming down before he turns.
I don't know. I don't think that you can make that assumption within this video. You just cannot see anything well enough.
See his hand?
Yeah.
No?
It doesn't mean he was pulling a flashlight out of his mouth. You can't see it.
Oh, did you see it?
No, I don't think you can see anything.
I can see it.
Can you guys see it?
Hold on.
In the back.
See, put it right in the backpack right after it.
No, I'm sorry. I disagree. That's personally.
See how packed backpack is? On a black and white camera, that would appear to be the same color as the one on the porch. And this jacket, these jeans, all that shit would be the same color as it was with Nancy Guthrie's black and white Nest camera.
See that right there?
I think.
And the one in his hand is the one that's got the reflectors. That's the one at Nancy's.
Yeah, I think the chat agrees with me a little bit. I don't think.
Front
I think
door.
it's.
You'll see coming up. And that's the coat that the perp had on. Those are the pants that are baggy up towards the top. And I'm going to show you. We couldn't figure out what he's doing here. I almost thought he was handing it to another person
He was trying that gate. He's trying to get that gate open
in the backyard, but I'm not sure what he.
No,
what
see,
he
just touched his mouth again.
I
See,
know.
I think if you plant the seed, like, look, he's going to pull a
What's doing
flashlight out
here?
of his mouth,
Look
and then
at
you
the
show a
bulge
video of him touching his mouth, you're going to
You see that right there?
subliminally tell
And the
people.
one in his hand is the one that's got the reflectors. That's the one at Nancy's front door. You'll see coming up, and that's the coat that the perp had.
Watch his pants. See if you see a flash of light as somebody pulls in to pick him up.
On. Those are the pants that are baggy up towards the top. And I'm going to show you. We couldn't figure out what he's doing here.
Right there, see that light?
I almost thought he was handing it to another person in the backyard, but I'm not sure what he was doing here. Look at the bulge there in the pants. I don't know if that's the gun or the gun's in the coat. And you can also see in the coat there's like a white thing. It looks like that or light colored gun holder.
Holster.
And you can see in his pocket, it looks like the gun's in his pocket because it's really big and heavy.
Something heavy in there, right in here. Sticking out.
But you can also see when you watch the video, him holding his coat pocket. I think the gun might be in his coat pocket because he's holding it like he doesn't want it to fall out. And you can tell it's real heavy. See, it's really sticking out. You can see it right there. And I don't know. We know he went to the gate, tried to open.
What is this in his pocket? Holster with a gun in
You
it?
can't see shit. It's
But
just.
that was where he, right there is where he
You work for me, woman!
I can disagree.
took the thing out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Good way to show. We don't.
Somebody says it looks like a water bottle. I mean, it could be
A water bottle?
in his pocket. It could be. It doesn't look like a
Oh,
gun.
it could be. Does anybody agree with me?
Pew pew. I just think this
Water
is way
bottle.
too fuzzy.
Looks too skinny.
Thank you, Reggie.
Full enough. His dick isn't big enough.
What are we
That's
talking about?
stinks, and okay.
Yeah, Crab Rangoon said it looks like he's vaping. I don't see any vape cloud, but
Actually, you'll see later. We all know that he had a flashlight in his mouth when he was at Nancy's front door. So he comes.
don't worry, Jim.
That's Jim popping off.
No, he says no divorces for us.
Oh no.
Comes over to the fence
He's smelling his breath. That's what it looks like.
here and lifts the backpack up. I don't get it, but right there he's playing with the flashlight in his mouth. He
Unless
must like stuff in his mouth.
There's looks like there's a little
but you
reflection
can
on his hand.
Little what?
If you go back to that one clip, there could be a little reflection on his hand that could be a white light, but you can't see it. It's totally assumption.
Everything you see here, you're going to see the coat, the pants, everything's identical. And the backpack in his hand. So the backpack on his back right now, he got rid of and he used the other backpack. Somebody has to recognize him, even though it's blurry.
If located, TC will need to be 7 Arizona.
Yeah, this is the blue car that could have been the one Luke had in his driveway that was crashed. Here's another theory. You're driving down the road. You got Nancy with you. She's dressed in black. She's screaming. She's trying to get out of the car. She's like grabbing the wheel, doing all kinds of crazy shit, screaming. Someone calls 911 and she makes him crash his car. One theory.
Mary Adam Lincoln, Ida, Boy William, correction, Union William. Vehicle of interest in Nancy Guthrie case sometime on 2/11/2016 in the I-930 area. If located, TC will need to be established for stop to identify the driver. Again, it's going to be a vehicle of interest. It's going to be a dark blue 2009.
Dark blue 2019 Chevy. How are they going to get that kind of detail at night? You know what I'm saying?
Chevy Malibu, Arizona, Mary Adam Lincoln, Ida, Boy Union William.
Except they said there was no plate.
Last seen in the area of Ina and Thornydale. End of attempt to locate 2215
At 219, this suspicious activity down near
The same guy? I don't have zoom on this.
Nancy's house.
Chevy Malibu, Arizona, Mary Adam Lincoln, Ida, Boy Union William. Last seen in the area of Ina and Thornydale. End of attempt to locate 2215
At 219, this suspicious activity down.
You got a skirt on or something? What the hell is that?
I know. Or
Near
long
Nancy's
coat
house.
or something.
House is down.
He's got his jacket tied around his waist.
Oh yeah. It's just you can't. It's just too small. You can't see.
I'm not sure how many houses down.
The guy leaning against a car.
And which direction this house is from Nancy's. But it is close.
Are they talking about that white car?
I guess.
You've got to see this. This was streamed last night, but Dad's gone live. He started live streaming. And somebody in his chat.
This is freaky. This dude's following, Dad's gone live following this dude, and he's just like freaking wigging out totally.
Chat wrote to him and said that they had a scanner call of a woman in stress in a car hanging out of the window. She had a black shirt on, and actually the door was partially open too, and she was screaming. This was a scanner call last night. So he went and investigated, and I looked it up. Nancy did have a black shirt on the night she was dropped off. This is all speculation. We're just trying to get the word out. Please go to his channel and subscribe to Dad's Gone Live.
Dispatch call.
Window wearing all black, and the door was also open.
It just.
Dad's gone live, doesn't think it's real, but it was confirmed later that it was.
10-4. It doesn't sound, it's just the way her voice is, man. I'm not saying that someone made AI, I'm just saying her voice just, it sounds too weird for me to go off of. All right, bro, let's go. Let's go to that area real quick. Let's northbound on North Oracle. Let's go see if they have cameras in that, like the waste management company, the WTs. Or whatever it is. It's the main company that it's. He's in like the turn lane right now.
This guy is driving around kind of in Nancy's neighborhood, but he like doesn't know where he's going because every turn that there's a right turn, he hits the brakes and slows down. He's like trying to look at the signs. It's so dark out there. He doesn't know where he's going. Then he gets in the lane going in the opposite direction on a one-way in the middle of You'll see. The guy's just being nutty, completely nutty.
I think it's green. I can zoom in on it. Hold on. I have a big camera. I'm work with the media and stuff. I'm like half a block away. Not a block away, but across from the intersection. It looks like a Toyota Highlander, possibly green. And I can almost get you a license plate. He's hitting his brakes now, but he's, like I said, he's in the middle of the road. He's in like the turn lane right now, facing the wrong way in traffic. No, I work for the media and stuff. I was out here covering the Nancy Guthrie case. I do overnight like photography and stuff in case you guys have any police activity going on. Oh, now he's driving. He's starting to move forward. He's starting to move forward eastbound in the middle of the road, like in the turn lane. Yeah, he went the wrong direction. Yeah.
Like going 1 mile an hour. What's wrong with this dude?
He went. So when he turned on Orange Grove from First, he went wrong way in the turn lane. Okay, now he's getting back in the middle of the road. I can follow him if you'd like until you get officer over here, in case it is a DUI driver. I can once this light turns green. I'm gonna just. That's weird. What the hell?
The guy disappears while he's chasing him, and then the guy backs into some neighbor's driveway that he doesn't even know. He tries to hide.
I'm gonna try to read it. En placenta di Rogelio.
Yes.
Yeah. Why would he drive right there? Why would he go down this street that Luke's house is on?
Pulling all this shit right by Luke's house. A couple doors down.
Does he live right here, or is it just a coincidence? I saw a weird, suspicious looking car. Do you guys want to do a stakeout right here?
Yeah.
Yes or no? It's not a suspicion. I don't think he's a streamer.
Yeah.
2 houses down from right here where the car's parked in the driveway.
I'm so fucking creeped out right now, guys.
Dad's got like goosebumps, and he's freaking out. And this guy's like sitting in somebody's driveway 2 doors down from Luke, like backed in so he can make a quick escape.
That's what he said.
I just thought of somebody walk through there, but I can't be sure.
There's a car right past that light, and I think he's in that driveway right there.
Come on, man. Get him. See that? Brake lights went on. Back here.
Oh, there's this car.
Here it is. I told you I saw brake lights. Do it, misunderstood.
He's pulling out. You're fucking, what the fuck?
It's definitely a freaking creeper. Driving by really, really slow. Watch. Oh. Hit him.
That's weird. I
was hoping I could see the car after the light came through. Oh. Whoa! Gotta get that right at the right spot. Got it. I'm gonna screenshot that bitch.
You can't tell.
What?
You can't really see enough to tell what color it is. What it is.
Told you! Not meant for that driveway! Holy shit! I got the fucking goosebumps, dude.
This guy packs, so he shouldn't be too worried. Myrtle Mom! What's up? Should probably be able to get a make of the car by looking at that angle. I'm sure.
I'm sure he could, the guy that's filming this, but
Daddy.
it was.
It's Daddy.
It's not enough information.
Gone wild. Dad's gone wild. Keisha Sheets! What's up, darling? Good to see you.
Oh my god, bro. My wife's calling me right now. She's fucking telling me don't get. Hold on. Hey, hold on. Hello? Hold on, guys.
Okay, he's on the phone with his wife, so I just tell you, now looking back at where the car was, I think he was shining a light inside the car looking at something towards the back of the car. That's even spookier. And the guy's driving 5 miles an hour. What's that? Something's not, this is scary. This is kind of like that movie, The Burbs, where those crazy people are driving around 5 miles an hour down their street. I just want to say that this is all speculation. We don't have any confirmation. I just think somebody should look into this. The law enforcement should look into this. And he called 911 and they just think this is, some guy calling. They don't think of it like we do. This could be a clue.
Yeah, I don't want
911. Is this JLR? Your dad's gone live. Because you guys have been calling us almost every day now.
We don't know. It just needs to be
I'm just going to
checked
be honest.
into.
I don't want to be here no
I
more.
just want to say thank you for Dad's Gone Wild. Dad's Gone Live.
Dad's gone wild. I love it. Now this guy's name is, can't freaking remember it. Mark, it's not Mark the Shark, but something. I'll tell you the channel. It is Doug Live Northport. Doug Live Northport. And that's 29.5 subs. 1,000 subs. If you're not subbed up, you've 83 people. Get your ass down there, hit that like button, and get in on that subscription. Subscription is what y'all want. So I got to get to 2,000 by Monday, and it's only Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's 4 days. Oh, he did? Cool. Guys, I haven't told Miss Matt about this yet, but there's this night vision NVG scope that I saw on my friend's channel. It's Steve Isdall's friend, Outlaw Country. And it's a night vision scope that you can adjust into like all these different kind of modes, black and white, hot is black, hot is white. You can switch it. Then you can make hot red and then a little bit less orange and going into different colors so you can see what's what. This dude put his hand on the tree. He just put himself on a tripod, and then he peeked out from the tree and he put a hand around it. And when he left, the handprint was still on the tree because it was that sensitive. It was picking up the heat signature of his handprint on the bark of the tree. That's how sensitive it was.
Wow.
And you can zoom and record and you can share it on YouTube.
I'm gonna call 911 one more time.
You're gonna call 911.
Hold on, I'm gonna call 911 one more time. Radio. Someone just called me a puss. No.
Yeah, that does sound expensive.
I'm sorry. In Tucson. My opinion is there's kidnappers on the loose right now in Tucson.
You want to go out?
Lucas?
Hell no. Hell to the no, no, no.
Hell
to the no. Some record is all. No, I'm not going home. The words I said was wrong way. And I listen to police scanners all the time in dispatch, and that's what they call it, wrong way driver. They don't say he's in the wrong lane, he's in the opposing traffic. They say he's wrong way. Those are the 2 words they use. They keep it simple. A baby.
We got the light up here.
You guys just said a baby was kidnapped? I did not hear that. I did not hear the kidnapped. What the hell?
Baby's been kidnapped?
Copy 423 responding 4702 East 2nd Street.
How far back? Oh my God.
That's the photo and sent it to me. So this is what you're seeing here. So I'll redo the video.
Yeah, welcome to the super chat. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I'm just a little freaked out by that. Go back for
Doug Live, Northport. Is that Northport, Florida? Then he's down there.
further. Can you guys go do it? Can you guys see his license plate or anything?
5 meters, 971, 9781 South Oak Canyon, 2800 East. Advising that a drone is throwing powder.
A drone is dropping powder? Huh.
Update. This is an updated video.
Very suspicious. Nancy Guthrie could drive by the home at 2 a.m. This dude. Blue car, exactly like in the description of the car with the lady screaming out the back. Kind of a chunky dude, but he doesn't look like either guy, right?
The photo is enhanced. Somebody enhanced the photo and sent it to me. So this is what you're seeing here. So I'll redo the video with the enhanced photo.
He has a very distinct bent rack on his car. White one.
Here comes a car.
This is 1 month after the abduction. This is in front of Nancy's house. Strange, this blue car went by. Very strange. Flew by fast.
Where are you?
And it's also the fact that it's after 1 a.m., might be 2 a.m.
He's kind of booking it.
Okay, here's the car. I'm going to play the video in slow motion. So here it is in slow motion. You will actually see, I'll have a photo here coming up of the car. You can actually see where he put the visor down to block his face. The visor he put down at night to block his face.
Night.
This is all just speculation. We're just showing strange things that happen at 1 or 2 a.m. This happened at 1 or 2 a.m. This guy went by. I don't know what he had on his roof. Somebody said it was a sunroof, but the enhanced photo doesn't look like a sunroof. And I thought he had a longer beard to the front, but maybe not. But it's very strange. If you watch it, visor down. Who puts it down at night unless you don't want to be seen? Here's the digitally enhanced photo that an anonymous person, car, you can actually see where he put the visor down to block his face. The visor he put down at night to block his face. This is all just speculation. We're just showing strange things that happen at 1 or 2 a.m. This happened at 1 or 2 a.m. This guy went by. I don't know what he had on his roof. Somebody said it was a sunroof, but the enhanced photo doesn't look like a sunroof. And I
He was live earlier, Laura, and he says he's going to go live tonight at about 9:30 or midnight his time, which is
thought he had a longer beard to the front, but
should be going live anytime.
maybe not. But it's very strange. If you watch it, you'll see that he went flying. As soon as he got up near him, he started speeding up, and he went by really fast, faster than anybody's gone by that area the entire time they've been filming this. So it's just strange. Here's the slow motion.
What kind of car is that, you guys? Screenshot this. It's definitely a weird looking car. The way the thing goes in the front. Got his visor down. Got his visor right here. He's got his visor down so you can't see his face. What's going on with this guy?
Very interesting. Here you can see right there, he put the visor down. Who puts it down at night unless you don't want to be seen? Here's the digitally enhanced photo that an anonymous person sent me.
Hold on, I got a screenshot capability here. Let me see if I can grab a shot of this thing real quick. Snipping tool. What happened to it? Huh. Desktop. There should be one of those on my desktop. I don't have time to look for it now. Got him. Got him. Okay, I got him.
They enhanced it So I thought the beard was a little longer, but it's hard to explain to me why we're looking at a masked photo when we have a security camera photo of the person in the backyard before he came here. Somebody has to recognize this guy. This is a digitally enhanced photo. It should be good enough to give someone an idea that has seen this person. This is all speculation. None of this has been confirmed by law enforcement. None of this has been verified from any source. This is just taken off of the internet. Scene. This is a digital.
I'm gonna clip this real fast. I can make that better. Sharpen this guy's face up. All right, I got it.
Enhanced photo. It should be good enough to give someone an idea that has seen this person.
All right, got that. Why do I hear water? Mrs. Mab's doing dishes, probably. Here's what I want to do. Get back to you guys. There you are! Lost 10 people. Is this the same morning? I'll find out when it was, but I don't think it's the same morning. Sometime afterwards. But the guy was creeping around a lot. I know, you guys can't hear it. Or see it. This is mad. You're supposed to be here saving me.
What?
You're supposed to be here saving me from not sharing screen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Also for $22. Those gloves are made of a synthetic rubber called nitrile. A flashlight he held in his mouth, we bought a similar one.
Recognize it from TV. They could say the same for the gloves and just about everything else, except for a few details. So let's go back to that clip.
Up to 230.
5'9" to 5'11", up to 230. So I'm saying it's about 220. It's probably more on the 5'10"-ish range, 5'9", 5'10".
Pounds. His shoes appear large, possibly a size 12, based on the size of the tiles. His clothes are also producing intriguing clues. That ski mask has unique stitching. Notice the seams around the eyes and mouth. It's just like this mask, which can be bought for $22. The holster isn't fancy at all. It's made of nylon and sells at sporting goods stores in Tucson, also for $22. Several firearms experts say he's armed with what appears to be a 9mm handgun, possibly a Glock. And those gloves are made of a steel color. Forensic video analyst Connor McCourt tells our Allison Hall.
That jacket may appear gray in this video. It's not necessarily gray.
Right. So with infrared cameras, black and white cameras, it can invert the color. A light colored jacket in the video could be a black jacket. It could be a red jacket. It could be a blue jacket.
So what do we have? Well, we know some things for sure, like the brand and type of backpack Porch man was wearing, but
Yeah, you guys, this case is getting crazy. I've got a lot of research on this case in my head. We're going to look at some pictures right before we go.
Only Porchman himself knows exactly what color it was. So a GKT administrator could theoretically show a bunch of makes the GKT so powerful. The authorities don't even have to know the answers to the questions in order for them to be useful. For example, a GKT administrator
Talking about a polygraph.
could ask, what time was Nancy kidnapped? How were the cameras
Remove that off the screen. I don't even know how that happened. Thanks for reminding me.
disconnected? Where was she in the house when she was taken? Each question would obviously be followed with 5 different options for an answer, and if someone recognizes one of them, it's a good sign that they probably know what happened. And of course, since it's an unknown, maybe none of the answers will match at all, so nobody should react, no one who's innocent or guilty. Which brings us to the final question. Let's say we can do a GKT here on the suspects. Who should we test first? Well, I have some nominees, but just in case you're new here, here's my theory of the case, which really hasn't changed much since I started analyzing it a month ago. First of all, I don't think Savannah Guthrie was involved, and that's because I think she has way too much to lose to pull a stunt like doing something to her mother. And if this were some sort of kidnapping gone wrong, she would be the obvious target for the ransom payment. That said, I'm not willing to say the same for any of her relatives or anyone else who's close to the family. From everything I've seen so far, this looks like an inside job. On that note, I don't think any of the ransom demands received by the authorities, FBI, and especially the media like TMZ are authentic.
But I think the very first one where the guy Derek Colella got arrested was serious. But they just kind of brushed that under the rug, didn't they?
I think they're all opportunistic hoaxes. And in TMZ's case specifically, I think they already know that. They're just
because he has so many connections to the circle that Tommaso and his band play in, the venues, same people, same DJ, same Secret Mutilator, same DJ Mojito, same Kayla Day Hubie, same lots of people. Hanging from their backs with blood coming out of their eyeballs and their ears and their mouths. Looking Satanists is what they are.
just playing dumb in order to generate content from the letters they're receiving with plausible deniability. Finally, I think Sheriff Nanos, who's been leading the investigation, whether out of misplaced empathy for the family or just sheer incompetence, has put himself in a position where he cannot solve this case. In other words, I'm not holding my breath that he or any of the other authorities investigating this case will take up my idea of doing a GKT polygraph on Nancy Guthrie's family. But then again, they're not my priority. You are. So if you want me to continue analyzing this case,
How do you do that? You ask them if they will let you do that. You'd have to get a warrant. So that would have to be probable cause. Have anybody here haven't seen Ghost Girl, Giki? Anybody seen? How many people did not see this video of the chick that was out in front of Nancy Guthrie's place with her leather short shorts and her photographer? They were actually filming a video.
What's up, you guys? It's Giki. Welcome back to my channel. For today's episode, the house that I'm in front of is the center of an ongoing abduction and possible murder case. The house behind me is Nancy Guthrie's house. And I'm here today because I want answers. Let's get into the video.
Because I want answers. What day is it? Like day 30 something? Where were you on the first day and the second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, seventh day, eighth day, ninth day, 10th day? You've never been around this case. So I think you're just trying to get yourself some exposure.
In Tucson, and she is also the mother of the Today Show host, Savannah Guthrie. On January 31st, Nancy was dropped off at her home at 9:50 p.m. after a dinner with family. Everything seemed normal that night. It's important to mention that although she is an elderly woman, she was very independent and very mentally sharp. But she did have limited mobility, meaning she could not have left her house on her own. In the early morning on February 1st, something happened inside of
You guys don't want to play it, I won't play it because I've seen it twice. So if I don't see anybody say play it, then I ain't playing it. I actually think it has to do with the Epstein files. Yes, I do. But not in the way you would think. I mean, I just think, sorry guys, you have a very foul mouth right now about this girl. Yeah, she's ghost girl. We'll move on. This is the Twisted Models or Alternative Modeling Group. I think they had Kayla up here and some others that they, when this video came out and everybody started digging, they had a widget to display the grid of our Instagram models and all their shit, right? Well, they're saying that it doesn't work anymore because they took it down. What the hell was that? There was not any kind of horn bomb inside. Oh no, pop-ups. So these are kind of models they model. They're all kind of sicky, dark. Oh God, no, not doing it. Not doing that. And this is where Kayla and her husband both work at Stellar Studios tattooing. And this is Stellar Studios tattoo shop. Ronnie and whoever. This is the tattoos. They got all kinds of stuff. This is stuff I've had up here. This is the fetish bondage crap. But that is kind of what I wanted to show you guys tonight. So what is this? Let me show you a few pictures real quick. Stay with me for a second. Got to go through and grab some of these pictures and get rid of them. All right. Okay. Pictures. I think I can throw these pictures from my desktop into my photos. Just like that. Don't import duplicates. Apparently I have all these already. So let me come back over here, share another screen, window. So you've got a bunch of photos here. This is my big giant log pile I had a couple days ago I had to deal with. Oh Oh man. Um, yeah, that's what it looks like now. No, it's not what it looks like now. Oh, this is the night vision goggle thing I want to check out. Oh, this is um, this is the broken open telephone box in the neighborhood. These are all that. If you can see my cursor, that's a 120 conduit. That's a 120 conduit. That's a 120 conduit. That's a 120 conduit. Or they could be conduits where these wires come out. These are all legacy telephone wires from like the dial-up days. So if somebody still had a rotary phone, a regular landline, you could tap into it right here and do all kinds of shit. We still got these guys. We've got Annie. Can't see it unless I pull up the actual picture. Annie, the daughter of Nancy. Carr is still in evidence. Author of The Good Dark. Whatever that means. Tommaso is the son-in-law. Carr in evidence. Back band is called Early Black. Same venues as DJ Mojito, Kayla Day. We don't know about the couple. That was Giki. Same venues for Derek Kallela, Secret Mutilator. So this is a tight group of people in a band that play at certain venues, often the same venues. There's a good close-up of the eyeballs from that guy. Looks like almost got like a brown mustache with like some kind of a hair lip a little bit right there. His mouth's open too. Bizarre. This is her letter. Mama, we miss you so much. Our hearts are broken. We are standing on ash, scorched earth. But Mom, though we are surrounded by so much darkness and uncertainty, our love burns bright. We love you, Mommy. We miss you so much. Our best friend. That was kind of weird. All right. Now, Kayla's husband is this guy, William Hubie. It's from 3 years ago, less than 3 years ago. See, her Facebook is Kayla Noel, Kayla Hubie. Ready to start over. Setting back for a major comeback. Stellar Piercings. That's where she works. Works at Twisted Angels, which is that modeling agency I just showed you. And she also works at Stellar Studios. So there's another crossover with William, her husband, right there. That's him when he worked at a dealership in 2023. A lot skinnier than he was before. This is shortly after jail. all kinds of tattoos. Okay, now we see his hands are all tatted up. So it could easily have been, you'd think his whole wrists are tattooed, so it would be more tattoos, not the tattoos. I'm kind of ruling this guy out for the Porch guy. This is where William Hubie grew up in this mathematician situation. This is Kayla. Kayla. She's got a spider web on her chest. I'm old school. I still live by rules and codes. Something needs to be valued in our society more often. What are the comments? Oh, this is a picture. I can't click on comments. This is him in jail with all of his Aryan brothers, I guess. Let's see. Let's go through a few more pics, and then I'll be wrapping up. Okay, here's Luke Daly at the interview and Luke Daly before the interview. He shaved off the identifying stuff. Why? This is Luke Daly on rugs. And this is Kayla with no piercings because they don't allow piercings in jail. She doesn't look too happy. She does have the dimples still, though. So yeah, Luke shaved just specifically for this interview. Kayla Noel, TikTok. This is Tommaso Cioni, Early Black. Promotes their message on the Facebook page. Life, love, murder. Whose band says that? Message on their Facebook group. To life, love equals. Is that an equal sign? Life, semicolon, love. Equal sign or two semicolons. Love, semicolon, murder. Bizarre. This is DJ Mojito Michael. He's got blood coming out of his eyeballs and his nose, and this is Mojito's hashtags. Dark disco, dark dance, dark candy, techno, synth punk, EBM, electro, secret mutilator. Okay, so that's his buddy, obviously. There's himself, Mojito. Distress Mistress, DJ Mojito, Tucson Nightlife, Tucson Nights, downtown Tucson. For to have Tucson, U of University of Arizona, alternative body music. This is one of the flyers for Secret Mutilator. DJ Mojito. Oh, and this is Secret Mutilator, Bite Marks, M-A-R-X, as in Marxists. Distress Mistress and DJ Mojito. Just flyers and shit that I would screenshot. 8/26/22. Let's see. Mojito tonight in Disco Oscura welcomes punk act Secret Mutilator from LA for a live performance. Guest DJ Distress Mistress of Guatemala. Okay, we got another name pop in there. Distress Mistress. This is Mojito right here. Who's cunning? Ah, I wish I could go see you. And Spike Hellis. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. Busted together. Nancy Guthrie, she's an oracular writer. She was apparently a goth in high school because Savannah, when she wanted to be goth, dressed up in Annie's clothes. She's Wiccan or occult communities. Some practitioners use oracles as part of their practice. Some may self-identify as witches. There's the band, Early Black. And there's more flyers. Coachella, Early Black at the Rialto Theater. May 9th, Columbus, Ohio. So we start going into the Scorched Earth Fetish Ball at Rialto Theater. Sales have ended. Love Kills presents Scorched Damnation Fetish Ball. Why did Annie use Scorched Earth in her letter, in her note to her mother that she left out in front of the house? We're standing on ashes, on scorched earth. This is Hito. There's Patriot Pride with his church buddy. This is double whammy haircut here. Kalela. And you know, Kalela was the guy who got caught up in that chick that tried to scam him out of some money. And he was like, I don't know if he was posing as something happened where he was, and this chick, he got the chick to come down to Mexico City where he was and shoot a bunch of pictures like they were in love and stuff so he could get citizenship. Well, while she didn't tell anybody she was leaving and her dad thought that she was gone, so he self-deleted, got on top of a parking garage and jumped. So when she came back, it was all over. Is this supposed to be the walkie-talkie antenna? Yeah. Ran. I got to buy a carburetor for that guy. Oh, this is a little secret alleys in my town. Some cows. A fountain that I sold. Anyway, this is probably enough. Yeah, this guy doesn't like Nanos either. There's how your Nest camera bolts on. It's bizarre they kind of walked in like that, all hugging at the same time. That's a little bit dramatic. Maybe I'm just insensitive. This is the patent of the Aurora aircraft. I was researching the anti-gravity on this thing. Commercial mass reduction. That is anti-gravity. All right, you guys, let me... who wants to come up and question me on any of this stuff? Getting ready to get out of here, but if somebody wants to say hello, that would be fine. I really need to spend some time on the computer figuring all the crap out. Stop sharing. Right. Let's remove her since she's not here. I got, I don't know, about 15 minutes to hang out. If you guys want to ask any questions about this case or anything. Now my blood pressure is being way not good. Crazy things in the sky, man. Yes. Jannabug, who can I turn to? 8675309. Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Good.
Good.
How are you? Better.
I'm good. Better. Still don't
Yeah.
have a voice.
Sounds better.
A little bit, yeah. I did talk to the doctor today, though.
What do you say?
She
She.
said she's going to go through everything that the two different hospitals did on me, and they're going to do a whole cardiac workup and probably do a throat
Culture.
test, culture, and all kinds of stuff.
So you probably got strep.
Nope, I don't have no tonsils.
You can't get strep throat without tonsils.
That's what they tell you. That's what they tell me. Nobody swabbed my throat yet.
You know what they did with us in the late 60s? They took us all to the hospital on the day before Easter and just took all of our tonsils out.
I had mine out when I was 7. If it's an optional organ, I don't own it.
It wasn't even, I think one person had like tonsillitis. So they said, they'll just bring the rest of the kids and we'll just take them all out. I remember they put a black rag of chloroform over my face. Then on Easter, I was jumping out of the crib and ripping around the hospital. So they tied a net on top of my like crib thing. And they gave us an Easter basket because it was an Easter. So I was chewing up the candy and just shoving it through the net. I remember that.
How old were you?
Probably like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I was 7 when I had mine out. I remember the nurse, I was getting ready to go back, and the nurse was like picking at my eyelashes.
I was probably maybe even a little older, 6 or 7.
And the nurse goes, "Are you sure she don't have mascara on?" My mom goes, "No, she does not. Those are her natural eyelashes." She goes, "I swear they're fake." She goes, "No, those are her natural eyelashes."
Amanda Hargrove, where are you getting this stuff? Rabbit hole. She went down last night. Nancy had a secret life. Longtime boyfriend in New Mexico.
Oh, I don't know.
She had an alias, Elena R.
Oh yeah, I heard somebody talking about that last night. That girl was on Adam's live last night.
Oh, I was on there. I didn't see it.
What's Jim laughing about? I don't know. He's laughing about something about me. Anyways, so about this case.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that you're covering it and all that. But really, have you not heard about the general that's missing?
I heard there's something about a general missing. Whose general? Ours?
No. He's a retired general. He's in New Mexico.
Oh.
So you need to look at it, please.
Okay. Retired general in Mexico. I'm sure I'll find it.
New Mexico.
New Mexico. I'm sure I'll find it when I go to my feed. I just love watching the bombs obliterate shit in Iran. They're busting out like space lasers and shit now. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of stuff. We had a terror attack in a
Got
shooting
shot.
today.
Where?
In West Bloomfield, down by Detroit.
Michigan. And
Yep, and an Israel temple or something.
how many got?
Yep, that was today.
They stopped the person,
Yeah, they got rid of him.
so they took him out.
They took him out. Took him out. Yep, took him out.
The lady who did that slide is the 1111 True Crime something.
What was that?
1111 True Crime.
I don't think I've ever heard of that page.
That's where I got. She took some information from Sleuth Intuition and then dug deeper.
Oh.
Got some more stuff.
That Amanda?
Which I borrowed.
Oh, okay.
So, kind of collecting all the information, right? So we all do. We all just kind of sleuth around. I want to find out who this James guy is that keeps showing up there after this Walter, the lawyer, Walter.
Oh, that drunk guy?
Walter Nash, criminal law, 50 years of experience. Tucson, Arizona.
So somebody commented about me, about strep, and I have yet to break a fever. That was something else that my doctor thought was weird. But apparently with this flu in older people, that's one of the things that people aren't breaking a fever in older people. The younger people are spiking the high fevers, but the older people are not.
That's crazy.
Yep. So whatever this new flu is that's going around, it's really, really strange to the doctors. And so, but it's affecting my heart. So that's why she's doing all this stuff. So
Amanda, sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I hear
no. I want to hear what she has to say too. Go ahead.
Your rabbit hole. Leave me a comment and kind of point me in a direction where I can see that Miss Nancy had a secret life, a boyfriend in New Mexico.
Yeah, it was an E name with an ER name. Well, correct, Mab.
Elena Ramirez, and he was Victor Ramirez. So they looked like they were together, married. I don't know. That's crazy. If that's true, that's even more bizarre than it already is, right?
Yeah. Sickening.
Crazy.
That we've spent all this time and all this resources for somebody to do that.
Yeah.
To America.
Yeah. I got to get ready to get out of here.
Sounds good. I'll let somebody else come in.
I got a
real
big.
Quick.
I'm going to be ending it right now. Oh, she's gone. She's gone. Mrs. Mab. It's all crazy, Madam. I agree. Mrs. Mab is gone. It's just me. You're going to say bye to the people?
I'm ready for bed, so I'm not getting too close.
She's afraid of the camera for some reason. Good to see you, Joanne.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
I was thinking about you, Jenna Bug, because the song was on the thing today. 8675309. Jenna, who can I turn to? I was rocking out to that. So I can make some new lyrics and make a Jenna Bug song with the 8675309 number. All right, you guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Love all you guys. Take care. We're praying for everybody who's sick or depressed or whatever. We're praying for all of you. And love you. So peace out. We'll probably see you tomorrow.